What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to be going over some good motorcycles for beginners. The first one I would recommend for a beginner would be a Yamaha R3. It's a 300. They're pretty small, they're pretty lightweight, very reliable motorcycle. You get that cool sport bike look without too much power to kill you. I mean, you could die on the thing, but you know what I mean. Not too crazy. Another good beginner motorcycle would be the MT-03. So it's another 300 motorcycle, similar to the R3, except it's a naked bike. So it has an upright seating position, which I think would be actually better for a beginner rider because it's much more comfortable and it's easier to maneuver the motorcycle from that seating position. And the MT-03 has a bunch of cool color combinations actually. I've seen them in person, they're actually pretty good looking bikes. Another good, these are two actually good motorcycles for beginner, would be the Ninja 400 and the Ninja 500. These are actually quite popular. These are great looking motorcycles. Everybody knows the Ninja, you know, even people who don't ride, you know, everyone's heard of the Ninja, everybody knows the Ninja. You got a really good looking motorcycle, little, you know, more power than the 300s, especially the 500. You should actually be able to keep that for a while without getting too bored of it. They're also pretty reliable, been around forever. They actually sound pretty cool with an exhaust system on them. Another good one would be, I'm moving up in power as we go. Another one would be, of course, this one, the SV650. Very reliable, very good looking. Around 70-ish horsepower, give or take. Very good looking motorcycle. Upright seating position. So a new rider, it's a 650, so you shouldn't get too bored of it. A new rider should be able to keep it for a while. Just do the oil changes on these things, keep up with the maintenance, and you're good to go. Another one would be very comparable to the SV60, would be the MT-07. Those things are fun. Very reliable. 2-cylinder engine. Sounds pretty mean with the full exhaust system. They sound like a Harley with an exhaust system on it. They're very light, very torquey. You have to, a new rider has to be careful with the MT-07 because the throttle, if you're not careful, the wheel will come off the ground. It's happened to me when I've ridden my brother's. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I didn't really give it too much throttle. The wheel came up. So if a new rider is careful, the MT-07 would be a great beginner bike because they're not gonna get tired of it. That has plenty of power. That should hold them over for a while. Another one. This is actually a cruiser now. I'm moving along from the sport bike type motorcycles. The Honda Shadow, actually. I was actually wanting to get one of these. They're very good looking motorcycles. They're very reliable motorcycles. Not too much power to where it's going to be too much for a new rider. It should last a long time. They look incredible. They sound great. Very affordable motorcycles. Pretty good for a new rider. Now here's what I would suggest for a new rider. If you're trying to figure out what motorcycle you should get, just think about what type of riding you're going to be doing. Are you going to be, sporty type riding, more relaxed cruising type riding? Just go to YouTube, watch videos on different motorcycles. Go to Google different motorcycles. Go to dealerships and just sit on the motorcycles, look at the motorcycles, ask the salespeople on the floor questions about the motorcycles. Figure out your budget. Because basically what I did was, I Googled a bunch of different motorcycles. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on different motorcycles. Like I said, I went to the dealership. I looked around. I sat on motorcycles. You just got to get an idea of what type of bike you want. I would also ask the opinions of friends or people that ride. Just see what they say. Ask them what they would suggest. Sit on their motorcycle. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It'll really help the channel out. Thank you guys. Be safe.